This is Elizabeth Joyce with Embracing Spiritual Frontiers, and we'll be doing readings today for Libra, the collective. And we'll see what's coming for Libra for the 1st of April through the 15th of April, 2024. I start with the Thoth deck, and we'll see what's going on around you. I really like the layout that Crowley has for the Thoth deck because I think it brings all the variables that you want to hear about. We're asking for guidance for the sign of Libra, the collective, for the 1st of April through the 15th of April, 2024. Let's see what the cards have to say. Starts with the Two of Cups, and that's the sign of relationships, some kind of a partnership. And you've been in one, but now we're going over to the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is showing us some kind of upset, some kind of discussion, some kind of worry, and perhaps some angry words. And then we have the Aeon, which is taking a definite step. It's not showing us which way the step is going to be, whether you're going to split or stay together. But it's telling us that you're having a discussion in a relationship and you're going to discuss whether you want to stay together or split apart as you go into April. But remember one thing about Mercury retrograde, and it retrogrades in April. When you make a decision, it's not usually a lasting one. So maybe that'll help a little bit. The first part of the layout shows where you are right now. And the second part of the layout shows what's coming. This side shows you your obstacle. This side shows you your psychological. And this side shows you the karma. So here we go. It seems like there's been a discussion about money, and you've gotten very emotional about it because this is the emotions. And you're talking about your world plan. So you're talking about how you can bring in more money so that you can live better. And you've been worried about it. That's where you are now, Libra. Libra, the collective. But you have strength coming in as the world turns, as you go along. And this is a major arcana, and it's the Wheel of Fortune, so it does take some time. It's telling me about 2 months. So it's saying that you have strength coming. Within 2 months, you should be feeling better financially. The obstacles. And the obstacle is that you're drawing to you some hesitancy. And you don't know whether the whole family is happy or not. Looks like the children are not, if there's children in the family. Or it looks like one side of you may not be happy and content. But you're talking to other people, maybe you're going for help. But there is some family talk about what your choices are. And there is possibility. So there's still love in the relationship. There's still possibilities in the relationship. Just trying to iron it out. Psychologically, oh, this is great. Power enjoyed, a new productivity, and money. Somebody's getting a new job. Somebody in the family, a member of the family, probably the head of the family, is going to be getting a new job, and they're going to be feeling very good because they feel powerful. Now they feel they can use their talent, and they're going to be earning more money. And this is by the end of April, so that's good. Now we go to the karma. And the karma brings rest from anxiety, talking to an older person, somebody that's very helpful, and either getting a new computer or a new car or both. And you may not be able to afford it, but you will be able to pay for it as you move along. Somebody's helping you. An older person is helping you get settled. You've had rest. Maybe you've been unemployed for a while, but an older person is helping. It could be a father. And there's a new car or a new computer or both that you will be able to pay for as you move along, probably in the summertime. I'm going to say July, August. You'll be feeling better about money. So that's where we are right now. Now I'm showing 3 princesses here, which is always the young children. So there's caring for them, and you're watching out for their emotions, and they're involved in whatever decisions that you make. This is a Weight Rider deck, and this is a basic tarot deck that most people use. And I'm going to not do the Celtic Cross, I'm going to do the astrological wheel, because that shows you all 12 houses, and it shows you the energy in each house, which will help you understand what's coming for you in April. What's coming for Libra? Let's go to the cut. You're looking at the future, and you're struggling with the children. You're looking at the future, and you've had to take some new steps, and you're talking with the children and trying to get them settled down into a better place. Or maybe they've been fighting in the house and you want that to stop. And then you have the Empress, and she's always pregnant with new ideas. She's a beautiful card, but it also means delays. It also could mean a new baby coming to the family. The Empress is a pregnancy card. So you could be talking about having another child as well. Let's see what the Wheel of Fortune has to say. The first house is self, and the second house is money, finances, and Venus. The third house is communication, your neighbors, and how you're getting along with people. The fourth house is the home. And the fifth house is your career, your children, and your projects. And the sixth house is your health, work, and your pets. The seventh house is partnership. And the eighth house is other people's money and what's coming in, taxes, other people's money, banks, all that. The ninth house is your spiritual house. The 10th house is the outside world, your work, and your professional reputation. It's how people look at you. The 11th house is other people and gifts received and love received. And the 12th house is what you don't see coming. That's your hidden shadow. And then here's the result. My, what a layout this is. We start with a page of discs, and that's always a student or learning. So having to learn something new, since this is self, it would be having to learn something new. And you're ready to do that. You're excited about doing that. The second house is the Queen of Pentacles, and this is the house of money. So somebody in the house has enough money for you guys to survive, and it also means good money management. The third house is the wish card. All your wishes. And this is neighbors, is also the oldest son. So something very nice could be happening with the oldest son. but everything's happy in the neighborhood anyway. And we're coming into spring, so there's a lot of happiness there. The fourth house is a house of home, and this home is showing me that it's very secure. Remember, this is for Libra, and the home is secure, and there seems to be enough saved to get by on. The fifth house is sacrifice for learning. So this is telling me that maybe there's a project that you have to give up and you'll bring another one in, or you're going to have to shift around your ideas and bring other ideas and improve on what you're working on. The sixth house is work and your health. Your health is very good, Libra. Very, very healthy now. And the Page of Wands is a faithful friend. So it looks to me like you have support at work and that you're very happy with your group and who you're working with. The seventh house is the house of partnership. If you're single, you're going to have a lot of choices in April. But remember, Mercury's retrograde. And usually in April, if you go out on a first date with Mercury retrograde, you never have a second date. That's the rule of Mercury retrograde. But you do have choices, and you're kind of fancy free right now. The eighth house is walking away from fear. So maybe you got your taxes done at barely the last minute, and you're so happy that that's finished. But it's walking away from something that you don't really want to look at. You're done. The ninth house is your spirituality, but it's also trips and long distance travel. So look, you're hanging on to your money. The Four of Discs looks like you're saving up to have a vacation in the summertime and maybe take your family with you. But Libra always wants company. Libra doesn't like to be alone. The 10th house is a Hierophant, and that can be a corporation, it can be a college, it's an institution. And this institution that you work for is very happy with you and is thinking about pulling you up higher, and that's always a good sign. The 11th house is love received and other people. The crowd. The Queen of Wands here is a beautiful place to be because it's showing that your friends are good friends and that they can depend on you and you can depend on them. Beautiful card. The 12th house is the King of Wands. And look, his back is to the Queen of Wands. So I would be careful with my affections and make sure that people are being honest, true, and caring. And this is a little warning that somebody may have a roving eye. So check that out, Libra, if you have to. Then we go to the ending. The final is the Fool. And this is anything, because we're having an eclipse in April, and we're also having a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. And this is something suddenly out of left field. They're not ready to tell you yet what it is, but something is coming. It's always good when it involves Jupiter. It involves expansion and a new direction. And that seems to be coming. And it's 0 time, so it's within the next 30 days. And we're only going up to the 15th. So that's what I have for you now. And we'll have to take a look at what's coming when we do the next reading. Now I'd like to pull a rune for Libra and see what direction you're heading in. And this rune is opening, but it's backwards. So we'll have to look at the reverse for opening. And it's telling me that maybe you're not quite as open as you could be to things that are happening around you. This says to expect a darkening of the light when it comes to a relationship. A friendship may be dying, a partnership, or a marriage. some aspect of yourself, an old way of being that is no longer appropriate or valid. Receiving this room puts you on notice that failure to face up to the death consciously will constitute a lost opportunity. This is one of the cycle reviews that this is one of the cycle of runes that's when it's reversed, it points to the death of a way of life that's invalidated because of growth. And that could have something to do with that King of Wands in the 12th house. Very interesting, Libra. Be aware, be prayerful, and do what your inner self tells you to do. I wish you luck, and this is what I have for you today. So we'll be back next time to catch up and find out what's going on for the end of April. Thank you for listening, and please click like. See you next time.